What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be talking to you about myself, doing a bit of a blog and talking about what's happening in my life, with my training, all that sort of stuff. So what I've had happen lately, this is what people are probably going to be most interested in, is that I've been on replacement therapy, so hormone replacement, so testosterone replacement. So it's been either Sustanon 250 or testosterone and anthate, so Primo. And I've been on this for probably 5.5 years, I'd say, because I was hypogonadal naturally, no going off stuff, anything like that. I competed in a natural contest. I started dieting, went to compete in another natural contest the next year, and I just felt like death. I started dieting for about maybe 4 weeks, and I felt like I was literally a week out the whole time and felt horrendous, no sex drive, nothing was going on. My test results came back at, I think, free testosterone, it was at 55, and total testosterone was at 3.3. So the free testosterone is the main one, and the scale was probably about 250, I think it was 800 or so, and I was sitting at 55. So not much was happening, didn't feel good whatsoever, and I decided I wanted to come off because, in the next coming years, I might want to have children, all that sort of stuff, and I want to make sure I'm healthy. I want to be able to bounce back and feel all right, and when I want to have kids, I want to be able to have kids. So I kind of thought about all that sort of stuff, and I decided to come off and go through a doctor using HCG, which will help your body stimulate your testicles to start producing testosterone again, basically. So it sends basically signals, and it says, okay, let's start working again. Because when you're obviously on a replacement, you're on synthetic testosterone, you're not going to be producing your own testosterone because it's just synthetically injected, so you don't need to actually produce your own. And it's very hard, you can't just get people pregnant as well while you're on testosterone. You can, but it's very rare. So basically I took HCG, Nolvadex, and Clomid, not all at the same time as in a specific layout. I'll actually post that up as well, so you'll be able to see my exact protocol and how I came off, and how, a lot of guys that probably watch this will use steroids themselves, not for replacement. So it's the same sort of protocol, the same sort of deal to get your body to bounce back quicker. So I did that, and probably about 4 weeks after concluding all that, I had a blood test, and I was very interested to see how I'd bounce back. So I'll just tell you that when I was on HCG, I felt great still. I was like, I feel good, I can't really notice any changes. Then I went to the Clomid and Nolvadex as I transitioned to those. I started to feel progressively worse. For Clomid, I didn't feel good on it at all. I know you can get blurry vision on it. I got blurry vision where one night I went kind of cross-eyed, and I couldn't refocus my eyes a bit, and I thought I was going to faint or something like that, but I was all good. It's basically just the vision went kind of blurred and a bit cross-eyed, but that's something that can happen on that. But overall, I just didn't feel good. And a lot of people say when we're on Clomid, they can feel more emotional, they feel a bit shitty and stuff, and that's how I felt. So at least I knew it was that. So I took that, and then after I went off, about 4 weeks after, I went to the doctor. I said, look, all my blood's done. I did feel a little bit low when I went to the doctor, but actually he asked me to wait for 2 more weeks. And then I waited 2 more weeks, and in that time I actually started to feel better, I noticed. So I started to progressively feel better and have my bloods done. And as you'll be able to see, I'll put my test results up as I'm talking now, but my testosterone came back really good, actually. The total testosterone came back at 25.9 on a scale of 8 to 27.9. It's pretty damn good. It's in the upper range. Sex hormone binding globulin, which is SHBG, came back high, and I don't know if that's a rebound effect or what that is exactly. I don't know if I'm actually taking Alpha Mars by ATP Science. Very good product, so that obviously can contribute as well to my testosterone coming back up as well, because that's what that's made for. Free testosterone was 323.6 on a scale of 243 to 571. And the other thing is as well, I didn't have this done exactly first thing in the morning. It was a fasting test, but I had PT clients in the morning. I was probably up for about 4 or 5 hours. So your testosterone normally peaks first thing in the morning, and that's when a lot of people have their bloods done. So that's another thing to kind of take into consideration. And it was probably a little bit higher, a little bit earlier in the day. As you're able to see, my thyroid stimulating hormone and free T4, they were in the normal ranges, looking pretty good. So I'm happy with that. And I could kind of tell they were fine too, because I've been burning body fat pretty efficiently lately. Vitamin B12, I had been doing vitamin B12 shots as well, to make sure I'm topped up and it's improved my energy. My levels of that were reasonably high, and there's no real danger to any of that. That's all good because you just basically pee out what you don't use. My FSH and LH, you can see obviously while I was on the replacement, they were very low because you don't need it, because you just don't need those things. Your body's, you're injecting this testosterone, you don't need that stuff. It's come back to normal now pretty quick. My estrogen has come down as well. That can be probably attributed to the alpha Mars because that actually, will increase testosterone and block estrogen, DHT, and all that sort of stuff, and actually reduces cortisol as well, which is something I've kind of had issues with all my fatigue. And my LH and FSH ratio is good. So that is all good. So my bloods are pretty good and I'm pretty happy with it all. If they weren't all good, I was going to get another script as well for basic testosterone replacement. So either way I was covered, but I'm happy I'm able to come off and my body's nice and healthy. So the next goal is people saying, okay, when are you going to compete? All that sort of stuff. I've got an umbilical hernia. So that's something that needs to be taken care of. I was trying to get it done early, but they don't seem to want to do it early unless I want to pay like $7,500 or something. So I am getting it done, but I got private health, and that takes, I think I've got another 10-month waiting period until I can get it done. And basically it's just a $500 excess. So I don't have to pay like $7,500. So that will probably put me out of training for probably, I don't know, maybe 2, 3, 4 weeks. And then basically not long after I'll start my prep for Arnold Classic in 2018, which sounds like ages away, but it's just not this March, but next. So it's not that far. And that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, I'm looking forward to competing again. I'm going to do a video on basically, because I competed in March 2 years prior to that. And I actually looked worse in the last one, in my belief, and I didn't do quite as well. I'm going to do a video going over why I think I did worse, why I know I did worse, really. There's a few issues during my prep, and I'm going to lay it all out and tell you what I'm going to do next time to come in a huge amount better. So anyway, for now, I'm out. If you've got any questions, post them below. Subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up. Appreciate it, guys. Talk soon.
Hot dog, bite them all, yeah, I'm burning it up. DPGC, you should be turning it up. CPT, LBC, yeah, we hooking back up. And when they bang us in the club, baby, you got to get up. Cuz homies, thug homies, yeah, they giving it up. Low lie, yo lie, boy, we living it up. Taking chances while we dancing in the party for show. Slip my girl a 44 when she crept in the back.